Well, it's June already? Man, it feels like this year just started yesterday. How time flies. Hello everyone, Britton here, also known as Some Okie Dude, and today I'm back with another What I Read, where I talk about what I read during the month. To be honest with you guys, this was kind of hard to make because I didn't really get a lot of reading done during May. Um, I'll be honest with you guys, I got really freaking depressed during May. I don't know, or well, I do know why, but just some stuff went down, and yeah, I wasn't really feeling too good, so I didn't really read a lot. I did read some. I did complete some books, so you know I get real neurotic about that. But um, yeah, May was just not a fun month. I really wasn't I really wasn't feeling all that good, and I kind of had to take a moment for myself there. I did get some videos out though, so I hope you guys enjoy those. And yeah, I did complete some books, so I won't talk for too long about it. Let's get to it. So, the first book I'm going to be talking about today is Ubik by Philip K. Dick. Me and the homie Darko from Kindles and Kicks read this book. This was our second buddy read because our first one went so well. I actually need to get him on this channel to talk about Ubik soon because, you know, we both read it and we have opinions. But, yeah, it's a Philip K. Dick novel, so what you get is kind of what you'd expect. There's a lot of reality fuckery. There's just weird stuff, also somewhat existentially terrifying. You get the gist. It's a pretty good book. I really enjoyed Ubik. Definitely a classic PKD story. Lots of reality screwery. Lots of the themes that Philip K. Dick likes to play with, such as identity, reality, what makes reality. I also really love the, and once again, I love how Philip K. Dick combines these really surreal, bizarre, postmodern ideas with mundane reality, because there's a particular scene where Joe Chip, the main character, one of the main characters, has to slip coins into his door, and it becomes kind of a running gag throughout the story. I love that. I love how Philip K. Dick does that. It reminds me of a quote by John W. Campbell. He says, "Make the magical look mundane, and it makes the mundane look magical." And I really think that Philip K. Dick really got this, and he really understood that as a general rule. I don't know when I'm gonna get Darko on to talk about this, but I'm definitely planning on it. So I'm gonna try and keep my thoughts to that video, but I did like Ubik. I don't know if it's one of my favorite PKD works. That would still probably go to A Scanner Darkly or Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. Both are fantastic books. Both of you guys, or not both of you guys, everyone, I think, should check it out. Or, well, you get what I mean. You guys should go check it out. I love PKD, and this is a pretty classic PKD story, and it will definitely satiate the PKD fans. I know it did for me. And also, it is one of Time's 100 best English language novels. So, very impressive, PKD. Very impressive indeed. The second and other only book that I read was Andy Witham's The Legend of Blackjack by A.R. Witham, or Andy Witham. Really enjoyed this a lot. This was a bit of a nostalgic read for me, because when I was reading this, it definitely reminded me of a lot of the adventures I read when I was a kid. Stuff like The Adventures of Tom Sawyer or Oliver Twist, except in this, it's more of a portal fantasy. And it's really good. I really like the story. Great characters. Aside from some exposition-y bits, I was really into this book. And I think that Witham is a really good writer. I really love the playfulness in his prose style. There's definitely a Lewis Carroll influence in there. I mean, for God's sake, one of the dragons in this story is literally called a Jabberwock. So that, you know, I thought that was pretty fun. I did think about getting Andy on to talk about this book, but he's really busy at the moment recording the audiobook for his new book. So, good luck with that, Andy, if you watch this. I did have him on my podcast a few months back, and he's a really cool guy. and he's also a pretty damn good writer. I really enjoyed The Legend of Blackjack a lot. Again, it was a very nostalgic read for me because, again, I grew up reading stories kind of like this, not necessarily like. I mean, I did read Alice in Wonderland when I was a kid, but I read a lot of stories about young boys trying to make it in the world because, well, that's kind of what I was doing. I was a young boy trying to make it in the world, except I was not a street urchin in England, nor was I a mischievous troublemaker from Louisiana. Or wait, no, he was from Missouri. That's right. Why did I have to say Louisiana? Anyway, Legend of Blackjack is really good for those people who really like stuff like Tom Sawyer, Oliver Twist, Treasure Island, which is even mentioned in here. There's pirates, there's monsters, there's really strange creatures. It's a great time. I really enjoyed The Legend of Blackjack. It is definitely the epitome of a pulp adventure, and I loved most of what I read. I really, 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 really enjoyed it. I thought that A.R. Witham is really Andy. He's a pretty damn good writer. And I may talk about this book in the future. I'm not sure when I'll do that. But I really like The Legend of Blackjack a lot. And I think you guys should go check it out because I thought this was a really good book. So, yeah, I'll just put this down now. So yeah, that's kind of all the books I read. So I guess we'll talk about movies and shows I watched. I didn't really watch a lot because, to be honest with you guys, I've been really lazy with watching movies and shows and that stuff like that. I have so many streaming services, guys. I can't pick anymore. Excuse me. I cannot pick anymore what I read or what I can watch. I can't make up my mind anymore. It's a disaster. I know, first world problems, but nonetheless, it's still frustrating. But I did watch some things during this year. So, yeah, let's get to it. First movie I saw in May was The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. I actually saw it during for work for my job. Solid film. I didn't really have too many complaints with it. It's a fun little movie. Though I'll admit I am very, very picky with meta humor, believe it or not. And I feel that meta humor is really something that can get pretty old pretty quickly if you do it wrong. Deadpool 2 kind of had this problem where it really started leaning too much into the meta humor. But there are films such as Tropic Thunder or the first Deadpool or Hot Fuzz that do meta humor really, really well, and it never feels like it's getting in the way of the story. Though I'll admit, though, when I watched The Fall Guy, it did make me want to watch Tropic Thunder again, because I love that film. And it also made me want to watch Hot Fuzz again, because that's just a phenomenal movie, and one of the greatest spoof films of all time. But The Fall Guy, good movie. Solid film anyway. I don't know if it's one that'll knock my socks off. There are some Ryan Gosling is I know he's a talented actor. He's been in a lot of great films, Blade Runner 2049, Drive, and Only God Forgives, which I think is an underrated film. He's been in a lot of good movies, and he's pretty good in this. He's very likable, is the main protagonist. Him and Emily Blunt have really good chemistry, and Emily Blunt, she's really good. Also, Aaron Taylor Johnson's in this film, and he's actually pretty good. He plays a pretty fun role. But yeah, it's fine. It didn't really blow me away. It was just kind of, it was there. I'll just put it that way. It was there. Second movie I saw was The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is the new Planet of the Apes movie. Yeah, I know. Wow, profound statement there, Britton. Now, as you guys might know, I freaking love the Andy Serkis trilogy. I even love the original Planet of the Apes films. I mean, I enjoy them all to some level. Maybe not the Tim Burton one. Tim Burton one was a little too stupid. But I really love the Andy Serkis trilogy. The motion capture, the acting, the storytelling. Phenomenal trilogy. Underrated as hell. deserves way more love than it gets. And we're seeing the aftermath of that trilogy, basically about 300 years afterwards. Solid film. Doesn't surpass the circus films, which, not a shocker. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to surpass those films. But it's still a pretty damn good movie. I really liked it for the most part. I do think some bits of the characterization were a little off. I think there were some moments that could have been stretched out some more. Some missed opportunities that I would have loved to see more of, particularly conflicts between fellow apes, which is played with in this movie, and then it just kind of fizzles out a little bit. But the themes in this film are actually quite fascinating. There's definitely a lot of themes of taking concepts that were meant to do good and twisting them. Sound familiar? Particularly with the character of Proximus Caesar, who is very adamant, who twists our original Caesar's words for his own ends. And he's a really fascinating character. And Kevin Durand, holy crap, he was amazing in the film. I didn't even recognize that was him. Like, I mean, yeah, I know it was him, because I've seen him do the voice in person, like, or not in person, but like, on an interview on the internet. But he was amazing. Oh my god, like, he usually plays like really cocky, just like you want to punch him in the face kind of characters. He was unbelievable. Like, just watch it. He was the best part of that movie. And the motion capture, again, is phenomenal. I mean, my god. Though, again, it didn't, I mean, I'll admit, it didn't look quite as real as with the circus films, which it's kind of a nitpick, I know, and the CG is very good. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. It's really good. But, man, the CG in the circus films are just amazing. But I do like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I do wish it would have gone more into some of the themes it brought up. I do wish that there was some more exploration of the conflict between apes, rather than just apes and humans, because, like, my god, we've seen it, okay? We've seen it, all right? We get it. But I really would love to see more ape versus ape, not combat, but conflict. Similar things. You get what I'm saying, right? But yeah, I mostly enjoyed this film, though. Strong characters for the most part. Great villain. Holy crap. Proximus Caesar was amazing. Kevin Durand. If you watch this, probably won't see it, because he probably has no idea who I am, but that dude is an amazing actor. Give that guy all the money. He was phenomenal as Proximus Caesar. Best part of that movie. That's all I gotta say. Well, I guess the last thing I'm going to talk about is I finally got on my ass and watched the rest of Invincible Season 2. And holy crap, guys. What a season of television it was. I don't know why they split it in 2 parts, because I guess they just wanted to torture us a little bit, but I don't know. Phenomenal season of television. Oh, man. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, it got ruined because they put out 4 and 4. I don't care. The amount of stuff they put in to Invincible Season 2, and it never felt overstuffed. Like, literally, I watched it. It was too much hype, guys. Like, this season was insane. There was so much stuff. Like, there were points where I thought it was literally like Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. I'm like, this shit is still going? Like, it's not the end of the episode? Like, it's crazy. I love Invincible. I love the comics. I got them right here. Hold on. Let me just pull this out. Invincible. I got 2 other thick boys just like this right over here. One of the best comic book series ever made. And the show, again, is phenomenal. I mean, my god, the characterization, the animation. There are some weird, wonky bits with the animation, but the animation is mostly really good. The voice acting, holy crap. Steven Yeun. That guy, I mean, I already watched him on The Walking Dead, so I knew he can act. And he's been in some other things as well. He might have topped himself in this season. Oh my god, he brings so much dimension to the character of Mark Grayson. And he really makes his character come to life. I mean, my God, he is so freaking good. Also, J.K. Simmons is phenomenal. And just a lot of epic, amazing moments. And I loved, I just loved it. It was great. Superhero stories as they ought to be told. Britton Summers, put that shit on the fucking front of Invincible Season 2 whenever they release it on DVD. But man, what a phenomenal season of television. I am so glad that they renewed it for seasons 3 and 4 because I love this series and they're doing it right. And I'm really glad because it's only going to get better from here. Also, Sterling K. Brown is in it as Angstrom Levy, and he's great. Might even be better than he is in the comics. I know. Shocking. But Invincible Season 2. Amazing. Amazing. Another masterful season of television. A lot of people said it was weaker just because they released them separately. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I would give less of a shit. It's an amazing season of television. Go watch it. It really is. Just take Uncle Britton's word for it. Man. That was a lot. So, yeah, aside from depression issues, I actually had a pretty good May, I guess. So, yeah, that's kind of all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of what I read. If you guys want to check me out on Twitter, you can find me on Goodreads and Letterboxd, where I write reviews that are probably more coherent than the one you just heard right now. You can also find me on Discord and come talk to me. Also, like, subscribe, comment down below. Love hearing from you guys. And as my friend John Minton likes to say, it feels good pressing that like button. So, yeah, just boop. It takes a minute. Just takes, like, not even a minute. It takes, like, a second. A second. Just click it. Just click it. Just click it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it right now. Just do it right now.